This is G.I. Joe Fan 2001 for another video, and this is the type of video I have not done in a while, and that is to show off my new cars, some comic books, and the cases that hold the aforementioned cars. First up, the comic books. As you can tell, these are all Sonic the Hedgehog IDW comic books, issues 42, 40, 41, and the 40th anniversary book. The last one's my favorite. Now on to the cases. These two are Plano. This one's holding 1977 to 1992 Hot Wheels, but some of the spaces are a bit big, and that allows for extra rolling space and to store longer vehicles like, I don't know. Here's a Greenlight Plano Fourier from the 1970s and a Ford Crown Victoria from the 90s. It can pretty much work with any Greenlight casting, and would be ideal for storing the long ones, like full-size sedans and pickups. But anyways, these are just some previous cars from my collection I just filled up the case with. And the case below, I think you've seen this before. It's been used by WTF FOR in his videos. And I saw it and I was like, I need that. So this is Plano number 5324, a Stone Go case. And it is holding 1998 to 2003 Hot Wheels. And last but not least is this Fourier car case from the Tara Toy Corporation in Hapgood, New York. Here's a number and a barcode. And it will work with most Hot Wheels, NASCAR, Matchbox, and other diecast mini cars. So let's take a look at what's inside. I got this at the same antique store with some of the Sonic comics. And these cars are not from this case. They're just from my collection. So you have a total of 4 trays. They each hold 12 cars. I think right now it's store of 1978 to 2009 or 2011 Matchbox, free for years. And this one you have never ever seen before. I don't think you've seen the this taxi. But let's talk about the Jeep. Well, this is from a 2005 pack. It's called Camp Jeep 2000, and you can tell from the 5 pack was from and what year it was released. And I'm really digging this dark blue and tan, in an attempt at weathering and mud and things like. And I also like the light bar. Paid $1 from a pile of junked cars, Play-Doh cars, and, best of all, suspension. Something that's rarely seen in modern diecast. So let's move the final case off the table and talk about some of the new stuff. First up, my first Auto World, and this is a 1981 Chevrolet pickup. Don't know what name it is, but it has Arizona license plates and an opening hood and a tailgate. And you can see that the back is separately cast from the front cab, which is good if you want to swap beds for your trucks. Next up is a Greenlight Datsun 240Z. I believe it has an opening hood, but I can't get it open. And I know it opens the other way, as typical with these old Nissan Z cars. But Yeah, it's pretty cool. Caltex. Now into some Hot Wheels. First up is the MBK van from a pop culture series, and it has the same matching livery as a Nissan Skyline that I have. So I thought this was pretty cool design, and that's why I picked it up. And if you don't know what MBK stands for, it stands for Mattel Bangkok. It's based on a van that shuttles employees to the plant in Bangkok, Thailand. And next up, a Porsche 959. Beautiful white from Deutschland Design. Painted on back window. And I like it for its basicness, its simplicity, and its color. Speaking of Porsches from the 1980s, here we have a 1989 Porsche 944 Turbo. My first urban outlaw car. And this is from this year, 2021. Next up is something I think we're all excited about, and that is the Cybertruck. It's unpainted, sans some tampos on it. Next up is a candidate for custom, is this 1980s Chevy El Camino, and a very 80s and 90s graphic style, 80s 90s paint job. Bright orange interior that makes up part of the bedliner of the truck. And these weird wheels and that weird purple base. Wheels are magenta with yellow centers. Make sure we can do something. And the banana car. Big banana car, as it's called. Never a Matchbox original. 2020. It's a 2021. You can tell it's the 2021 and onwards packaging. Same old's true for this electric London taxi. LEVC TX taxi, as it's called. All black windows. There is no interior. But I was like, yeah, it's pretty neat. I thought I would pick it up. And these things are like, they're everywhere. Speaking of Britain, here's something that's pretty iconic to Britain itself, and that is the Ford Capri. Sold in the US as a Mercury at Mercury and Lincoln dealers. But this is a Mark I 1970 Capri. Nice gray paint job. Very basic interior. Can't tell through the packaging, but it's basic. And from last year, which is a Jeep CJ7 4x4. CJ7, nice white, and some nice stripes, and some nice artwork. I'll open these probably at a later date. And speaking of which, I think this is going to do it for part 1. Part 2, coming soon. And speaking of which, until then, this is G.I. Joe fan 2001, wishing you stay safe, and I'll see you soon.